Welcome back to our channel, the source for the latest news and fashion narratives about Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Today we provide you with intriguing news. Angel Catherine radiant in stylish maternity outfits, and she rocks in utmost glamour. Princess Catherine ruled the world with a well-chosen coat and a well-timed grin for almost a decade. The House of Windsor's majestic painting of Catherine, Princess of Wales, symbolized stability worldwide. This carefully crafted presence was never simply about fashion. It was a subtle, continuous lesson in royal authority. In the stillness of her withdrawal from public life, the actual weight and strategic brilliance of her wardrobe shine through, revealing a narrative of survival rather than glamour. The story was deceptively simple, told in silks, tweeds, block colors, and diplomatic gestures. The narrative spans 3 pregnancies, each a battleground of public and dynastic pressure. While the globe waited for a little growth spike, a far bigger effort was underway. Catherine was shaping public opinion gradually, through each outfit she wore, rather than merely dressing a changing body. She was creating her own identity and a contemporary, resilient brand for a monarchy struggling to survive in the 21st century. All hemlines, upcycled jackets, or subtle nods to affordability were intentional. It was iconic architecture, a planned effort to present constant strength, placid trustworthiness, and even supernatural serenity at a moment of tremendous personal and institutional vulnerability. The world saw a gorgeous princess in clothing. What the world was witnessing was the emergence of a future queen who understood that in the modern royal game, the most powerful words are often left unspoken. Image architecture. To appreciate Catherine's accomplishment, one must grasp the historical minefield she faced. Royal pregnancy was a secluded, embarrassing situation for generations. Queen Victoria called her 9 pregnancies the shadow side of her existence. Despite a constitutional need, she kept her condition private. Diana, Princess of Wales, encountered the opposite extreme generations later. A hungry tabloid press covered her every step and pound gained throughout her pregnancies with Princes William and Harry. Harassed, the tabloid press revealed her emotional condition, turning her vulnerability into a global soap opera. Visibility helped her succeed, but it cost her dearly. Catherine had to balance these legacies, visible without being vulnerable, present without becoming prey. Pressure mounted when her first pregnancy was disclosed, prompted by hyperemesis gravidarum that needed hospitalization. She was pregnant with the Windsor dynasty's future heir. After decades of controversy and Diana's death, the institution needed an emblem of stability, not just a successor. Catherine was the emblem of calm constancy they needed. Her reaction was a visual masterpiece. Catherine seemed calm as Victoria hid and Diana battled. One royal historian said, "She professionalized royal pregnancy. Her clothes were her main instruments. The well-crafted collection sent a striking message. Duty prevails." She made no big stylistic changes or compromises to her physical suffering. Instead, she altered her distinctive look, elegant coat dresses, sleek lines, bright yet traditional colors, for her evolving figure. A purposeful psychological tactic. She calmed the people and the globe by keeping a polished public image. The future queen consort held the reins, the state maintained stability, and the succession was secure. She was thriving under public scrutiny, putting it to her advantage. She meticulously orchestrated each public appearance to emphasize her dedication, health, and status as the faithful mother of a future monarch. Trilogy in couture. Her 3 pregnancies were like 3 acts in a play, each improving her character. Prince George was the first to be cautiously elegant. Never before were the stakes greater. Every decision had importance amid the world's media frenzy. She donned a Jenny Packham blue and white polka dot dress as she left St. Mary's Lindo wing with the baby. The decision was explosive, and a clear nod to Princess Diana's green polka dot dress when she gave birth to Prince William 30 years previously. The homage had a key distinction. Diana wore a flowy period outfit. Catherine's waistline was defined over her postpartum bump. According to fashion experts, the message was clear. I honor the past, but am not defined by it. I honor the people's princess, but my journey is mine. It marked a new age of control and modernity. She blended high-end designers with high street names during her first pregnancy, establishing the framework for the Kate effect, her almost Midas-like ability to sell out a garment within minutes of modeling it. Being a style icon was not enough. It was important to connect with the British people and create an aspirational yet accessible princess image. Her confidence grew after her second pregnancy with Princess Charlotte. The relatability method increased. She intentionally recycled clothing, a rare habit for a senior royal on a public visit. She wore a Molo brown tweed coat to church in January 2018 while pregnant with her third child, Louis. Royal watchers noticed she wore it in 2014 when pregnant with Charlotte. The media hailed a modest, down-to-earth princess who knew the value of a decent coat, despite her status. There was a carefully maintained impression. Brand strategists have long noted that recycling was a multi-million-dollar PR triumph. It made her popular, with a people tired of excess, and made the monarchy seem more grounded in its subjects' economic reality. Her style peaked with Prince Louis, her third pregnancy. She was an experienced form master. Source data from this time shows a powerful lady. Her clothing sparkled with confidence and color. At Great Ormond Street Hospital, the red Bowden coat exuded authority. Visiting Coventry with a bright pink mulberry coat for the third time exuded confidence and disdain for fashion standards. Each decision was exact. Jenny Packham's February 2018 BAFTA gown in rich emerald green was fantastic. In solidarity with Time's Up, Hollywood icons wore black that year. Catherine could not publicly criticize politics as a princess. Many saw her dark green dress and black sash as a gesture of support for the worldwide discourse without uttering a word. It was a diplomatic and political tightrope walk involving a single outfit. Dressing hierarchy. Catherine's clothing was most strategic abroad. Royal visits are complicated soft power operations that emphasize symbolism. These travels became more important throughout her pregnancy. Her appearance alone conveyed strength and dedication. Wardrobe became a diplomatic pouch. Amid her third pregnancy, every costume on the royal trip to Sweden and Norway in January and February 2018 was a secret message. In Sweden, she wore a Catherine Walker olive green coat, one of her British favorites. Her choice of a British designer showed her national pride, but the deep green color evoked Scandinavian woodlands. She donned a stunning Alexander McQueen blush pink caped gown to a black tie event at Oslo's Royal Palace. The moment of regal beauty and majesty strengthened the ancient bonds between the two royal families. Just hours before, she had visited a school in a beautiful, practical Dolce & Gabbana burgundy coat, wearing black gloves and stockings to block off the Norwegian cold. Her success hinged on her ability to transform from affable professional to otherworldly princess. She understood semioticians' enclothed cognition, the idea that clothing affects our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. She wore formal, structured clothes to greet dignitaries, frequently in national colors. Her face softened while attending a children's charity or mental health project, her hallmark cause. She wore a powder blue seraphine coat to the Maurice Wohl Clinical Neuroscience Institute at King's College, the same brand she popularized for inexpensive maternity apparel. The brand was affordable, and the color was soothing. The coat carried an underlying message of empathy and compassion. The result was top-notch fashion diplomacy. Her outfits conveyed a tale of respect for her guests, pride in her nation, and a strong grasp of each engagement. A diplomatic journalist referred to her as a quiet ambassador who consistently tailored her message to the appropriate occasion. She showed that a pregnant royal lady might be a formidable asset on the international stage. The billion-dollar bump. Beyond diplomatic and public image, Catherine's maternity style shook the global economy. The Kate effect exploded with her pregnancy. Other celebrities may influence trends, but Catherine created markets. The $109 seraphine flower print maternity dress she wore to visit a West London school sold out internationally in 2 hours. The brand's website collapsed from traffic. For Seraphine, Zara, or J. Crew, one princess appearance may cost more than a year's marketing expenditure. Such spending was not just a side effect of her renown, it was part of the royal modernization agenda. She democratized royal style by merging high-end couture with cheap, off-the-rack clothes. She produced a strong accessibility illusion. The typical lady could purchase the future queen's Seraphine outfit, but not an Alexander McQueen. Such an effect provided a vital feeling of connection and shared experience for the institution. It made the monarchy contemporary, relevant, and commercially aspirational. The Kate effect is worth over £1 billion to the UK fashion industry, according to economists and brand assessment specialists. This impact was strongest throughout her pregnancies. She marketed an ideal lifestyle, not just clothing. The picture of a calm, fashionable, and professional expecting mother resonated with millions of women worldwide. She single-handedly pushed maternity clothes from a necessity to high fashion, generating a flourishing market for manufacturers that captured her beautiful design. This commercial strength gave the UK soft power and the royal family immense popular goodwill. She proved her worth to the crown in market share, not pedigree, with her subtle, consistent influence. Wardrobe silence. This calming visual story grew familiar to the public over a decade. Catherine's steady, beautiful, and always-on attire reflected the monarchy's health. The brilliant colors, sleek shapes, and perfect public appearances created an almost unbeatable public character. She stood as the cornerstone of the modern Windsor family, consistently performing flawlessly and remaining impervious to criticism. Her forced exile is especially shocking because of her carefully crafted picture of perfection. The princess announced her cancer diagnosis in March 2024 on a park bench in a plain striped jumper, the most drastic break with her carefully cultivated reputation. The armor vanished. Instead of majestic coat dresses and diplomatic robes, a lady spoke with real vulnerability. Her silence resonates more powerfully than her previous fashion statements. No longer visible, the public must face the enormous pressure that was always there. The contrast is stunning. After major surgery and preventive chemotherapy, the pregnant lady who stood for hours in heels, smiling serenely on frigid state visits, is recuperating. Human reality has supplanted the immaculate picture. This rapid change has made her reassess her public service. The public, which may have taken her consistent presence for granted, is now looking back at that decade of exemplary service with greater empathy. She has shown wonderful discipline and personal sacrifice, not effortless strength. The monarchy faces major future changes. The sickness of Catherine and King Charles has shown the vulnerability of a system that has grown more dependent on a few important people. Her absence creates an unfilled, visible, and operational gap. The pressure on contemporary royal ladies to be fashion stars, global diplomats, charitable patrons, and ideal moms, while under the world's most rigorous media scrutiny, is untenable. Therefore, Catherine's maternity-style tale is more than a fashion flashback. It is now the prelude to a more dramatic and unpredictable chapter. It tells how a lady utilized her clothes to project superhuman power and stability for herself and the crown. Her success was so great that her human frailty shocked the world. Life violated the Catherine Code, not strategy. Her greatest legacy may not be fashion trends, but the difficult issues her absence raises about the price of a crown and the humanity of those who wear it. Thank you for watching the video. What is the best style do you like the most? Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for now.